What's going on, boys? My name is Joe. Welcome back to the show, and we're down in Puerto Rico. In case you missed it, we're here visiting some family, and Fabi, my fiance, is showing me around the area where she grew up. So that's actually kind of important, but I didn't want to go fully stagnant on the videos. We're on the Town Hall 11 free-to-play series account today, episode 5, day 21, since we upgraded to Town Hall 11. So Clan War League's just finished up, and let's go ahead and jump into our progress base real fast. We're going to kind of talk about some of the resource collection methods for those of you that might not know how to get those resources faster, but we've made some progress on our heroes with the Archer Queen going to level 45. I must have used a book or two somewhere in there to kind of speed up the progress because she is ahead of the Barbarian King, which is normally the case whenever we level up heroes. So King's going to level 43, Grand Warden's going to level 13, so he's over halfway. That's a good thing. We also finished upgrading all 4 of our army camps, and we've started working on our storages. 3 of those are now level 12, with the final one upgrading, and we'll be done in like 1 day and 7 hours. We got gold storages left, and then you remember that one builder in the progress base video, the very first one, I said I was going to keep him on defenses. Well, that's what he's been doing this entire time. We got the cannon up to level 13, the archer tower level 13, and now the wizard tower is being upgraded to level 4. We got to take that all the way to level 9. And then I think we also used a magic item the other day, I think in the prior video, on the level 2 Eagle artillery, so that's fully maxed out. The only defense left to do here would be the expo, and then obviously working into our other defensive levels once we get beyond that. So let's see here, resource collection methods. I'm trying to keep myself in check without my notes. I don't have any notes. I'm freestyling it today. It's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, laboratory. So laboratory, the last time you saw it, we were working on the upgrading of the witch, and now we're working on the lightning spell because it helps out dramatically when it comes to farming, whether you're using baby dragons or you're using electro dragons, which is a very popular method. And if you don't believe it, check out this defensive log. E-dragons is like the first thing you see, right? And then there's other options, dragons. Some are using witches and valkyries. Okay, that's very interesting. Everybody's got their own little thing when it comes to Clash of Clans on what they like to use, but there are easier, cheaper, faster training methods, and witches and valkyries is definitely not one of those, but I'm not gonna question it. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Okay, so the first method when it comes to resource collection, you could keep it very simple. Like right now, I'm on the go, I'm traveling, I'm using my mobile setup, and there's like no guarantees that this is even recording properly. The downsides of being on the go. But if you do Clan Capital raid weekend, you get raid medals. So the easiest method, let's say we're doing an upgrade on a Archer Queen, we could go over here into our trader, go to raid medals. We got 2748 of those, and we could spend 300 medals to buy Dark Elixir. That would be the easiest method of all to get resources and the fastest way. But if you're not doing raid weekend, then you're not going to have medals, equaling no resources. And then of course the next method is always going to be farming. Now this is one of those ones that could be a little bit more time consuming depending on how often you play. Now some of you watching are hardcore farmers, you play the game a lot, and then there's others of you watching that have, you know, things going on in your life where you simply just don't have the time to open the game and sit there for hours. So a good method for playing casually, grabbing resources and not having to do a ton of work would be the use of baby dragons. And I say that because it doesn't require Dark Elixir to train. I mean, it doesn't require anything to train or boost like the super troops, which is another topic here in a moment. But you can also just kind of drop in on bases like this, use some lightning spells to roast some of these air defenses, even though unfortunately my lightning spell is not strong enough to take out an air defense without exhausting more of the spells. We gotta have like 4 of them, I think. Yeah, 4, which is just ridiculous. But this might become a little too repetitive for some players. You know what I mean? Like, you got to keep training an army, you have to keep going out and doing attacking and trying to track down bases with decent amount of resources to steal, which can get a little redundant for some players. But also it's the best method when you you're upgrading heroes like we're doing right now. Hold on, let me try to grab this Dark Elixir because I need more Dark Elixir for a Queen upgrade, and unfortunately I just didn't plan this attack very well at all because the air defense is standing and an Archer Queen could have totally roasted her. Wasn't doing it properly. And somebody just literally dimed me out, I guarantee it. Somebody was like, yep, look at you, noob. Right? we do it all the time. All right, so we spam some baby dragons. We're gonna try to grab some of these resources, but there's double expos, there's a Grand Warden, and an Archer Queen, and an air defense surrounding them, so they're gonna get popped off and we're gonna waste our army. That's what we just did. We wasted our army. So you gotta be a little bit more strategic when it comes to using these attacks, because it does require time to train those armies. And again, if you're like super busy, you don't want to sit there for hours waiting. That's where your training potion comes into play if you do have 1 hour to sit there and farm nonstop. But baby dragons takes a little bit longer to train than what the sneaky goblins does. So that's where our trade-off comes into play. Using baby dragons when you're casual, you got a little bit of spaces in between attacking, but if you want to go for 1 hour straight, the sneaky goblin is the best option. But if we're going after dark elixir, we're going to have to take that shortage of 25,000 dark elixir to boost them, unless you have the super potion, which we do, but I'm not going to use it right now. I'm going to kind of save it because I really don't have an hour to sit here and grind. That's why we keep using baby dragons. Now, the other alternative to those two armies would be the Electro Dragon army, which is something that we cannot train because we have not upgraded our barracks to unlock them, you know? And then unfortunately, we still have to wait, like, what is it, that half time while you're upgrading? Yeah, it's just so pesky, so pesky. But then our third method, of course, when it comes to resource collection, would be doing clan war. So when you do clan war, you win. If you win, you get, there's no war started here. They just got back from Clan War Leagues. But anyways, you fill up your treasury, and as you fill up the treasury, you can pull it by collecting it and fill up your storages. But that's, it requires two things. It requires you to go into Clan War, and you have to do attacks, and you have to win to get a decent amount of resources and fill up your treasury, and then you can all claim it at once. And then I guess the fourth method, I guess there is a fourth method, huh? I didn't even think about this. The fourth method would be doing your season pass and getting rewards. You get resources from rewards, like we have, let's see here. There's elixir right here, dark elixir. There's some gold. So those are simple methods if you just continue to attack and complete challenges and filling up your season bank, which we've already mostly done in the last couple of days, apparently. I don't even remember doing this. It's kind of simple. 5 million if you do attacks in multiplayer battles. So we could label that as farming, but you're also collecting resources to fill up your bank. So it kind of adds up at the end of the month, if that makes any sense. But if you're a gold pass buyer, 25 million. I mean, come on, it's amazing, you know what I mean? So let me see if I can grab a little bit more resources. And when it comes to searching for bases, that's where things get a little bit more complicated because they don't populate like this all the time. Are you serious? 3 air defenses down, and he's got resources literally all over the place. Okay, we're gonna have to, let's try to be smart about this. All right, so we got baby dragons around the base. Let's see if we can grab as many resources as possible. Make sure you space the baby dragons out. That way you take advantage of their rage ability, because when they group up, then they kind of get a little weaker and they're not as strong. We're looking kind of good here, actually. 8,378 dark elixir though, so that's going to be in. Let's see. Let's do it like this. Actually, let's roast with lightning spells here. All right, we claim the dark elixir there. Now the rest of it's going to be in our storage, and we only have 12 baby dragons to get this done. Okay, let's see if we can get rid of these defenses with lightning spells. I really don't want to waste this, this much of my army, but it's looking like we're going to end up doing that anyways. Okay, we got baby dragons on the wizard tower, the elixir storage, and the gold storage, so we're still getting some resources. We're at 48%. The town hall is going to activate at 51%, which is going to cause us some problems. Okay, that's not going to be good. 8 baby dragons. So now, let's see. We got to be patient here. We're not going to spam. We're going to try to take advantage of this dude's. Why would you go there? Why would you place yourself right next to a hit? You genius. Let's see if we can move the tile and have him come into the corner. See how you just move on the tiles just a little bit and things adjust just a little bit? So instead of taking on the Grand Warden Hidden Tesla, now all we have to worry about is the Inferno Tower. Huh? That's kind of smart, huh? Sometimes we have moments of being brilliant, huh? So to give you a little bit of perspective for those of you that are actually following along with this series, the Wizard Tower will be done in 13 hours and we should have enough gold to do another upgrade immediately. Now we have the elixir storage finishing up in a day, Warden, Queen, and Barbarian King spanning from 1, 2, and 3 days. And those 3 builders will be put back down on those heroes, if I have the resources. And that's the key, is I might have to put a little bit more effort into farming or spend my raid metals on the resources to keep the builders going. You know what I mean? It depends on what I have going on. Now, if you're asking about our builder haul, we're working on the upgrading of our battle machine. It's going to level 18 right now, and let me check my clock tower. We still got 6 hours and 22 minutes until we can activate that, which is currently level 9. It's the maximum, which is awesome. But we have, let me check my auto hut real fast. Yeah, so we need to do the gear up option. We did upgrade this archer tower to level 6, which means that we can do the gear up option on the archer tower on the home village and complete that task. I just need to send the builder over there to do it. Unfortunately, the master builder is required on the home village to do it unless I use like a book of building or something, which I don't think I have.